Hey everyone! Alright, so welcome to week 31. Crazy once again how much time is flying. I can't believe it. I'm gonna try to make this video super short, but I do have a little bit to talk about because some things did happen this past week that are important and may or may not be of a concern. So I'm going to just jump right in, and so that hopefully I can cover everything and still not make a super long video. So, as always, we'll start with the baby's size. Today, the baby is the size of a pineapple. That just seems huge. It just seems huge to me. Like, a pineapple, like that, I don't know. In any event, it just seems like he's so big now. So that's awesome. And by the end of the week, he will be the size of a squash. In previous weeks, I think he was, the size of an acorn squash at one point and different kinds of squash, but by the end of this week, it just said squash, so just a regular squash, I guess. So that's pretty awesome, and yeah, he's just getting bigger and bigger every day, which is just great. If you notice me looking down, I do have some notes today because, like I said, I do want to get through this quickly, so my apologies if you see me looking down. So, food aversions, I still don't have any. Yeah, my appetite is still a bit less. It's not quite as large as it was, in previous weeks, but I definitely still have an appetite. It's just not, super big. Just regular amount. Not pregnancy hungry, I'm just regular hungry these days. As far as cravings are concerned, kind of new cravings. I wish I craved stuff that was good for me. I really do. But none of my cravings have been good for me, really. They've all been junk food and really bad for me. So, nonetheless, my cravings, new ones, are Glosette raisins, or chocolate-covered raisins if you don't have Glosette raisins where you're from. And also macaroons, so that's like the chocolate things with the coconut in it. Oh my goodness, I just love both of those things right now. Trying to control myself and not go too crazy, but yeah, I love both those things right now, so that's pretty funny. Symptoms. I'm still having my Braxton Hicks contractions. I'm not really having them any more or less. They're just the same as they were last week. I am also having nightmares more frequently, which is not fun at all. I'm someone who dreams vividly anyways. I've always had really vivid dreams, and actually when I was really young, I had trouble sleeping because anytime I would watch anything, I would, dream of it that night and then have nightmares. And since my nightmares and dreams are so vivid, it would really scare me. And I've kind of not grown used to it because I never like nightmares. But I've gotten accustomed to waking up and talking myself out of whatever kind of mind state I was just in my dream. But a couple of nights ago, I had a really horrible dream, and it was one of those dreams that you just really have a hard time shaking off when you wake up. Where Jason died, and in my dream, I was looking at him in the casket, and he was dead, and I was, inconsolable, and I woke up after just seeing him in my dream in the casket, and at that point Jason was just getting up to get ready to go to work, and he was in the shower, and I barge into the bathroom, and I'm hysterically crying, oh my god, you were just dead in my dream. And it was, it's not even funny looking back on it. It was really a horrendous dream, and I didn't want to go back to sleep, and I didn't want to go to sleep the next night. It was really horrible. Probably the worst nightmare I've ever had in my life, and the most real nightmare I've ever had in my life. So yeah. I've been having vivid dreams this whole pregnancy, but I'm not really attributing it to pregnancy, like I said, because I've had really vivid dreams before, but it seems like I've been having more nightmares lately, and Jason thinks it's just because I'm stressing about things going on with the baby and, you know, about labor, and it's just kind of coming out in my dreams, but yeah. It's a really horrible symptom to be having, but I guess it's pretty common. But it was really not fun the other night or the other morning when I woke up. So I did have a doctor's appointment, and this is kind of what I wanted to go over with you guys. I did have a doctor's appointment this past Tuesday. I'm now having doctor's appointments every 2 weeks. So I had one at 28 weeks, and then I just had one, my 30-week appointment at 30 weeks and 3 days. And I wanted to talk to her about the Braxton Hicks contractions because, like I've mentioned in previous videos, I have been having them on the regular. Sometimes they feel a bit uncomfortable. Sometimes it feels like I kind of have shortness of breath while I'm having one. And they're not painful or anything, but they're there and they're pretty frequent. So I want to talk to her about it. So she said, okay, well, you know, Braxton Hicks contractions are, you know, considered normal, but I'm going to give you a check. I'm going to check your cervix and just make sure that everything's nice and closed and whatnot. So she checked my cervix, and my cervix is fine and it's closed. However, I guess because, if you remember, I had the maternal serum screening done. I had it done at 11 weeks and then follow-up. It's just a blood draw. I had my blood drawn at 11 weeks and then again at around 16 weeks. And that came back as showing that Ewan had a high chance of having spina bifida. We had an ultrasound at 19 weeks and 4 days and he looked perfect. We had an ultrasound at 28 weeks and 2 days. And he still looked perfect, and they deemed that he doesn't have spina bifida, but nonetheless, this, it's the AFP is what they're looking for, something protein, the name escapes me at this moment, that is still elevated, and they don't have a reason to explain that, and, but I guess that when you have this elevated protein level, that you're at an increased risk for a number of different things, hypertension, and the one that she's concerned about is preterm and early labor. Because I'm having so many Braxton Hicks contractions, stillbirth is another thing that you're at an increased risk for with this raised level. So that is kind of concerning. So basically, she told me that I need to take it easy, and I have been sort of taking it easy anyways because I've been having these contractions. Anytime I feel like I'm having more of them, I'll make sure I lie down and I'm drinking plenty of water and all that, but the doctor basically said, I'm not going to put you on bed rest officially, but I really would like you to be in bed for most of your day and relax. Also, the doctor that I go to is not a high-risk doctor. She's just for patients that are, you know, smooth sailing. So she's actually referred me to the high-risk doctor that is here in our area just to get a second opinion from him. So I have an appointment with him this Monday. I don't know what the date is. And then he's going to go over everything and make sure, you know, he thinks everything's fine with me as well. If he thinks that yes, I have a very real chance of going into labor early or anything like that, or having any kind of increased obstetrical, whatever, risk of having an obstetrical complication, then he'll just keep me as his patient. Otherwise, I'll still go back to my other doctor. But she wants me to see me every week now. Just to be on the safe side. Another thing that she said to avoid, she said, I'm not going to tell you to not have sex, but if you are going to have sex, use a condom. So we're not allowed to have unprotected sex because most of you are definitely aware of this, you know, the semen has like some property in it that helps, you know, with the softening of your cervix. And so that's one of the reasons why they say, you know, when you're trying to bring on labor to have sex, it's because, yes. So she said, I'm not going to tell you not to have sex. So we don't necessarily have to abstain, but she does want us to use condoms if we do. So, yeah, I guess there is some stuff that could be concerning. I could go into labor. She printed off all of my paperwork, like my chart to do with pregnancy. And I have to have that on my person at all times so that if anything should happen, that I have it to give to the closest hospital that I, you know, I'm around at the time so that I can give it to them. So yeah, yeah, I gotta be careful. And you gotta be careful at the end of your pregnancy regardless, but nonetheless, that's what's going on with that. A little bit scary. I'm not too concerned. You know, I kind of think that he's going to be in there for a little bit longer, but it's kind of one of those things, better to be safe than sorry. So that's what we're doing. I'm resting a lot, I'm drinking lots of water, not overexerting. If I have an errand to run, I will run it, but I don't overdo it. I'll just do one thing, come home and lie down kind of thing. And anything that can be done by somebody else is done by somebody else. So yeah. That kind of sucks, but you know, it is what it is. I think that's it for the doctor's appointment. Yeah, that's it as far as the doctor's appointment is concerned. So next week when I update you next week, I'll be able to let you know what the high-risk doctor said, and if I'm going to be staying with him or if I'm going to be staying with my old regular doctor. But yeah, it's hard to say what he's going to say, but I'm hoping that he'll say that I can stay with her, just because I've been with her this whole pregnancy and I don't know him from Adam. And he's going to be in my hoo-ha, so, you know, it'd be nice to know him a little bit better. I don't know. I think you guys can understand, but yeah, so I'll be able to let you know a little bit more about what's going on next week's update. So yeah, maybe if you guys can send me some positive vibes and love, and to Ewan as well, that he stays in there. We want him to stay in there as long as possible, so yeah, love you guys if you could send that. Send that to us. Couple things just to make note of before I end this update. I have registered for prenatal classes, which I'm super excited for. It's kind of one of those things that you think about, you know, oh, going to the prenatal classes. Can't wait till I get pregnant, and it's just one of those things that you do. Go to the prenatal classes. So yes, I'm signed up, and it's 3 classes, and they cover like everything in those classes. June 6th, 13th, and 20th. So yeah, super excited about that. Also, if you haven't seen them yet, I have posted my cloth diaper stash. I did them in 2 separate videos because I have quite a few diapers. I have a newborn stash video, and I have a one size stash video, so I will link those below. So if you wanted to check those out, they are up and ready for you guys to have a look. So I'd love to hear what you guys think about my stash. If you think it's lacking in any area, or if you think I'm missing something, it'd be good to know your guys' opinions now before baby gets here. But yeah, that is it for my update. I don't think this was as quick as I wanted it to be, but yeah, I'll end it at that, and let's go check out the belly. Alright, so it's time to see week 31 belly. It's getting ridiculous, I'm not even gonna lie. There you have it. In all honesty, I don't feel any bigger this week than I did last week. You guys might say, Amy, you look huge this week compared to last week, but I really haven't noticed a difference in this week compared to last week, but yes. That is the belly. Belly. still the line down here is pretty faint, and actually, like, the line continues and goes down even further, and it's darker below my pant line than it is above, but it's still not very dark. Oh, and my stretch marks are finally, like, starting to, not that I'm excited for this, my existing stretch marks are starting to extend a little bit. So yeah, they're getting a little bit more, so I expect to probably start seeing some more anytime now, but for now, that is the belly. What do you guys think? I don't think that I'm any bigger, but let me know if you think I am any bigger. Shirt down again. Yep. Baby boy. Stay in there, baby boy. Anyways, that is it for week 31. Just craziness. I hope you all have a really great week, as always, and I will see you again next week for week 32. Alright, bye.